Hey, Mskana, are you ready?
Honey, I was born ready.
Okay. Ndiri kukuona. Hauri kubuda. Privilege, gadzira privilege. Chombo vanacho.
My assets.
Ika.
You know when I'm counting my assets? I count my privilege twice, honey.
Okay. Varatidze. Zviri kuti bha.
Because kakara takutaura kaipa interview tita hanga ukako.
Ika.
Kuti zvityise kusisa
zvityise. Utaure zvese.
Zvose.
Ika.
Are they ready?
Yes, they are ready.
Okay, cool.
Tune shangu.
Shoe cam. It's a good day to be me. Shoka ya gwendo. Alright, guys.
Ingaraka kweshwa.
Ingaraka nenyo.
Wakaita kunanzwa ngenyoka.
Ngenyoka murikuonera kuti kunanzwa kudai so. You guys are not ready. So I'm with these guys on a top television in Campton Park, honey. We just stepped into their studios. Vaida kuwalk tititi ranta nezve. Are you guys ready? Vanozozvikwanisa here? Chokwadi vanozozvikwanisa here?
Vanhu vari kachimirira chokwadi ichocho. Vanoziva kuti ndiwe ani.
Yeah.
Kuseri kwatete Zuva kunani.
Alright, mira toda kuti zvinozobuda zvese.
Ika. Isi.
Uri kubuda here?
Isi. Sindi ukatikatone. 5x iri. Isi super ring iro. Iro super ring munongorana. Vhudzi rakagara kuti dzi 30 inch.
I'm ready, baby. Mwah! Go live. Yes. And we live, my people. Good morning. Hello. My people. I got some thought-provoking topics this morning. Got some food for thought. Good morning. Wake up. Please tell me my camera is clear. Hey, Miss Chiririme. Yes, I see you. Rosie, I see you. Good morning, guys. I'm a black girl and I come with black girl topics. And I feel like aiding people today. All right. There's a lot of PhD happening in my life. Okay. I thought I would address it as your tete. Okay. There's something that I want to ask you guys. Just a quick something. I know some of us are working from home, you know. So if you have to go to work, go to work. I'm not going to delete this live. Right. Hands clear is Tony. Thank you. Good morning. It's Janimbi. Good morning, Admire. All right. This one is specifically for girls, but guys, feel free to join in, okay? So when it comes to black beauty and when it comes to personal choices and all these things that fall under the self-presentation package, how you present yourself, how you choose to look, it's entirely up to you, and I 100% respect personal choices. Listen, if you want to wake up and you're all yellow, ukada kuita munhu wepink achibuda tsinga umu nevhudzi umu and pinkish, it's up to you. If you want to darken your skin and stay in the sun all day and give yourself a tan, hey honey, it's up to you. But there is a question that I have, or a food for thought. Whenever somebody alters how they look, right, it's because they prefer that the latter. I'm dark, now I'm light, or I'm light, now I'm dark. And then there's somebody who alters the texture of their hair. If some people like coarse hair, some of us have got natural hair because we like our natural hair. Then some people choose to relax their hair because they prefer relaxed hair. Someone will give the excuse, natural hair no needs to maintain. So I'll just relax my hair and then I'll wear my relaxed hair. And then another person will be like, the fact that you have an option to change your hair. Tell me any other race that changes the texture of their hair besides black people. So now I stop and I think everything about us is borrowed. We are always trying to change everything about us. We changed our religion. We changed the way we live. We changed our lifestyle. We even have white weddings, you know. Indians have Indian weddings. Chinese have got Chinese weddings. It's only now that I'm seeing Malobolo Day, people celebrate Lobola Day more, right? But as a people, we are always trying to change something about us. Always. Chimbosh fungai. Kanosna white wedding on our chat, you know? But it's white. That's why they call it white weddings, for white people. Now, when you then look, Kuti, everything about us, we have changed, including our accent. Apparently, if you have an English accent, you are better than a person who has an African accent. If you can't speak English, unotosekwa nevanhu pamsana pekuti haugoni kutaura chirungu. So, and I stop and I think girls are tufungutawo kuzvinyanya. Timure, if you relax your hair, you cannot call out a person who bleaches. Kana iwewe wakaisa chemical mumsoro to change the texture of your hair so that your hair can be straight, white people? You cannot stand there and say, oh, bleach more. Oh, you changed your accent. Oh, all that jazz that people say. It's not fair. My question is, do the ladies that change the texture of their hair, do they have the right to call out the ladies that change the color of their skin? Because when you look at the origins of hair straightening, hair relaxers, what comes, where they started, why they started, people were likening white beauty to say, kana usina kunaka, kana usina kuita semurungu, hauna kunaka. Look at beauty pageants. They take this slim European standard to say this is beautiful. Is it right for Africans to celebrate my standards evarungu and say this is beauty? When you look at the average African, nothing wrong against slender ladies, honey. I've been slender, okay? But the majority of a continent is when a body shape at the majority of a continent. Then how do you stop and say just this little percentage is what you call beauty? Ndopaononaka kuti the European standards egere chingoimbwa tichikura chiti hai wenyarara itiri salad makasara. Now that I'm older, I now know what those people were saying kuti zitare kuti masalad, or it was a way of raising awareness kuti the way we see ourselves is through the eyes of white people. Do you remember hair straightening kuti yakatanga kupi? Do you remember kuti kana usina kupemwa madhezi epemu kana relax, you are not deemed beautiful? Who has straight hair? Your colonizer. Who has white skin? Urku bleacha iwewe, urku relax amsoro mirap, ariku bleacha. Who has white skin? Who are you trying to look like? Your colonizer. White wedding. Kana usina mchato. Do you know kuti a person ane mchato izvezvi, mchato chapter 11, whatever, chapter 37, to say chapter 37, is more protected by the law than munhu asina ane traditional wedding? Even though now, only now traditional weddings are being recognized now. But there was a time in our era, kana usina a white man's paper that said uri mukadzi waningi, you were not even protected. So now when you stop and think, what did the oppressor is gone now, Maafu black. What did the oppressors leave in us? It's a mentality that they left in us. Unoona munhu anotofara kucelebrata kuti mwana wangu anagone shona. Listen to my child's accent. They use it as an accessory. My visitors akatouya, you will create a conversation with your child that you hardly speak to. Just because you want the people to listen to your child's accent. It's not the child's fault. You are living where you are living, your child has got an accent. Okay, good for you. But why is it that children with accents are somehow... I don't know how to say it in English. Vakangonzi. Under children, vasina English accent. Then you stop and think, everything about us is borrowed. Someone comes and tells you what you believe in is wrong. Here is a religion. Believe in this. You were fine thousands of years. You know, Africa at one time was a world power. At one time, Africa was a world power. Egypt is spoken in the Bible as the first world power, the first empire, Egypt. And when they say Egypt, they're not talking about that little geographical area, ka Egypt. At one time, Africa was called Egypt. Africa, yes, was called Egypt. Go into your research. So if Egypt was a world power at one time, how is it so that it's religion and all that jazz? How is it that some white guy, some missionary, comes and tells you that everything you believe is wrong? Everything you believe is demonic. Here's a religion, believe mine. Then you take a white ass Jesus and you put him up there and you say, I am holier than you. So now you've got this white man's God that he gave you with the Bible. He came with the Bible and your diamonds. Remember that statement? You had the diamonds, the land, the oil. You had the fertile soil, the animals, the ivory, right? And the white man had the Bible. Something happened. Now you black people have the Bible. And now, present day, the white man has your diamonds, your gold, your ivory, your fertile land, your economy, everything, your medicine. Now he gives you medicine. Africa has got everything in the ground. Everything in the ground to make you feel better. Mushonga yese yamuri kumwa imimi yakagadzirwa from your trees. And the white man gives you medicine, gives you a god, gives you beauty standards, gives you an accent and a Bible. And what does he have? Your economy. So you stop and think, anyway, no one is talking about this. You know how black people, especially Zimbabweans, want to demonize everything. If you speak against it, ooh, there's something wrong with you. Yeah, you're only water. Your way, you're going to go to hell. And I'm a free spirit. Don't think I abide by no standards. So let me aid people and tell me what you think. Right? Me and my cough ish. Mira pane comment yapinda panapa. Hello, darling.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying what you're talking about, and it makes a lot of sense. And I think it's just unfortunate that most people back home, they do not know their own history. They do not know why they're in their current predicament because they do not read. They do not research. It's a tendency that where we convene, we like to discuss things that are not coming that we are a generation or a breed that is disadvantaged already because we are coming from colonial situations and we are coming from apartheid situations. So hearing what you're saying, everything you're saying makes sense. It's factual, it's there, it's written. What we also have to bear in mind is that with poverty comes a lot of restrictions. And being third world countries, hello, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, I don't know, is
Hello?
it you or it's me or it's the network? I don't know. Who can you see?
Maybe it's mine. Let me just leave.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's your network. Can you drop it? Then I'll add you back again. Okay. You know what, guys? The reason why probably he chooses to speak in English is because I've got followers from all over the world. I didn't even know that I've got an entire group that supports Zuva, and this group is in Greenland. Do you know where Greenland is? It's on top of Alaska. You know, they've got their Zimbabweans in Greenland that actually have like, when Zuva starts their lives, they go to each other's houses and they sit and they mirror the phone. So they're watching me on a TV and they're watching as Zimbabweans in one house, but they also have housemates that are white. So they always say they love listening to you. The only problem is that you speak in Shona. So maybe the reason why you're speaking in English is also because of this thing. Yeah, Zuva has got followers from all over the world. Okay, so my question is, if you straighten, do you know the history behind hair straightening? Do you know the history why hair straightening started? We can come up with all the excuses as to why you relax your hair. You know, it's easy to maintain. Maybe it's because you don't know how to maintain your own hair. Because your own generation and your own tribe has neglected. The same way you don't know how to do your own religion. The same way you don't know how to do your own things. The same way you don't know how to embrace your blackness. Tell me a person who has changed their hair, any other race that has changed their hair texture to coarse, to afro. Tell me a person who has changed the color of their skin. Black women, and tell me another race that has black skin. Tell me another race that has this complexion. Tell me. You are the only ones. That means there is something unique about you. Machena, yellow, whatever. They kind of look the same. It is only you with this color. Why? And you want to change that color. It is only you with this hair, this afro hair. It is only you with hair that does this and it comes big. No. Indians don't even like their blackness. Indians, they are dark-skinned. But go to India now and show me a model who is dark-skinned with India. India has got, I think it's a country campaign or revolution to eradicate black skin. Black people are aware we're black and that's it. Why is it that akuna murungu ane mwana anonzi Tafadzwa, and iwewe you name your child Bill? No patromboona time we are adopting everything that is not about us. All right, let me add Trisha. So if you relax your hair, you cannot call out a person who is bleaching. Because hair relaxing is a white man mentality. Kurelaxa msoro kuti vhudzi rako rifanane neyo oppressor. Kuti kuvisa texture yevhudzi rako kuti rifanane nereyo colonizer should say something. Iwewe you say it's easy to maintain. It's because you don't know how to embrace your blackness. You don't know how to manage your own blackness. Black hair is easy to maintain. It is. The thing is, you don't know. Just because you don't know, it appears hard. It appears difficult. It appears time consuming. Because auskuziva. Mumwe munhu ane 10 years achidrive a motor. Anodrive a motor chero motor yakafa chinyi agwegedzigeza to the next stop. But because you don't know how to drive, you're going to say, motikari yakafa. Within you, buri nongori right paurongo wako. So don't come here and tell me black hair is difficult to maintain. Companies anogadzira ma products evanhu vatema, they are there. But they can hardly make 100,000 because you are busy giving the white man money for your hair relaxer. You're busy giving the white man money for your hair irons. You're busy taking your money out of your community to go and give another community. You go to the Chinese and give him money to pay Brazilian hair, but you would not buy natural hair maintenance products. Why? Because the oppressor has your money, your religion, your diamonds. Let's go there. It's very offensive to some people, but it's food for thought to other people. Yes? Let's go. Let me add Jem Jolo. Hey Tifa, how are you, darling? I'm gonna say I hope you're good. How's the hustle? Hey
Hello, Ndichisvigwa, what's up?
Why are you covering your camera?
Takatombosheka kuti kusheka kutomboisa kamera kusaidhi kusheka.
Okay, talk to me.
Okay, ndichangopindawo ndangonzwawo nyaya iri pakati tete. Ndichangopindawo.
Can I connect to one page of it?
Network.
One page of foot because now I see you.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey honey, look at Chica Black Beauty.
And decide one. Hello?
And visa 2020 natural hair because people got natural hair. Calm down. You all know my afro. Calm down. Yeah. Talk to me.
Ipapo vanhu tine problem yacho nyangoinzwiro pakati tete zuva.
My way, your network, darling. Your network.
Ndidonedze mundinze.
Donate and edit. Okay. Guys. Arkunetse network Indian. Is it me or is the other lady? So that I know my network time there's a chance it's mine. All right. So whose network is a problem right now? Anzi, it's actually your network. Damn. Okay. Why not? Mire. Whoa. Okay, I don't know, it's Instagram. I promise you. When I'm on Facebook, the network is proper. It's flawless. But Instagram, I don't know why. So if y'all don't mind, let's go to Facebook. Antuka eda someone ikubvayanetsa. Kande Facebook. On their Facebook. I'm trying to run away from Facebook. I'm really trying to go away from Facebook, eh? And come and be on Instagram. But it looks like my network. No change network here. I'm on fiber, I'm on rain, I'm on cell C. Imagine. And don't add people. Oh, it's only when I add people. Okay, no problem. People, you can put your opinions in the comment section. I will read them. And tokudauri papa. But then now okay, let me ask, when I add people, that's when it's problematic. So if I'm like this team of one, can you hear me clearly? If so, please say my comments so that I read them, because 5 minds are better than 1. 2 minds are better than 1. All right. Let's go there. Saka Instagram, yes, cheap baby. Instagram, ndichiona vanhu vari kumalive vakaisa vanhu 4, 5, 6. If you're in South Africa and you look on 456, what network are you on? Ndichisvigwa. I don't mind paying thousands and thousands of rands on Wi-Fi. I don't. We can hear you clearly. What are you talking about today? Okay. We can hear you, kana uri one. All right, now I understand. So, vamwe vese chieda ima contact, chieda ima. The rest of your people, you can add your comments, right? Do you know how hair straightening came to be? Do you know how hair relaxing, kanama hot comb came to be? If you remember, hot comb, hair. Now let's look at the behavior of a hot comb. Hot comb, you put it on fire, heat, and then and it becomes straight. And it temporarily stays like that a day or two. Serangu, if I blow dry my hair in the morning, kuma 6 that's okay, right? Now, if you straighten your hair, nedombo, kana kuti ne hot comb, was it for easy maintenance? Let's go there, because you people easy maintenance. Vanhu varume futi, men, during the time of colonization, especially men, vaitora hot comb, wofura ka walk of Mandela, ka Mandela walk of freedom, kaka straight line, kaka. Then they would actually shave it off, like open a straight line, and then straighten their hair this way and straighten their hair this way. Now, let's look at that look where people would make their hair straight and open one side, one side. Why would you open coarse hair one side and it cannot do this or this? You had to straighten it. Now, let's look at the oppressor. Now, it was not stylish, Vimpai. Look at the oppressor, look at your colonizer. Look at the standard European that came to Africa during the days of colonization. Look at his hairstyle. Varungu wakaya ku Africa, when the common European has long hair, straight hair, biologically like that, to protect his spine, because he lives in cold areas. The hair, they adapted such that the hair becomes straight and warm, and it protects his spine. Protect uro nekumsana uku vudzi rinoerera richienda kumsana, to protect his spinal cord, because he lives in harsh conditions of the cold. The typical African has got straight coarse hair to keep the hair up like this, so that it ventilates the neck, because he stays in hot areas. The common European has got a straight nose. By the time air gets in and it goes through the long nasal passage, by the time it gets to the brain, the body and the blood would have warmed the air, could also breathe the cold air. That's why his nose is straight. The typical African has got a big nose to open big like this, to inhale air, to cool the brain, because he stays in hot conditions. Saka adaptation, when you look at evolution and all that, so that you breathe in cool air to cool the brain. You live in hot conditions. If you got in hot conditions, funga in hot tropical area, you can imagine. So the big nose, these big nose, were designed to cool the brain, the temple. That's why we have a short passage. Choppers. To cool the temple. Do you understand? So when you then have a nose job, kudzikisa mino yako, kuti iti twi, who are you portraying? Your colonizer. vanovhura kadzira kake vachita vhudzi rakadai. So look at the common white people. Then yes, now they can cut their hair because they've got a wardrobe to protect their spine and whatnot. Go back in the ages. The colonizer had short hair with a line like this. Look at the typical African, or look at the typical European who came to Africa. They had to cut their hair because Africa was hot. No, these are people that have never stepped in Africa. They don't know the conditions of Africa. They got here, they cut their hair to suit the what? The environment. So zvimastaira izvi zvamunoita izvi zvanga zviri zvimastaira zvimahairstyra zveoppressor zvecolonizer yako iwewe. Saka vanhurume when freedom makapiwa chiko mazuva amaitiswa freedom, now black people are free, musisiri slaves. You tried everything in your power to look like your oppressor. Varume hair straightening aimbotanga nevanhukadzi. Hair straightening did not start with black women. It started with black men. Sekuru vako ukapinda mumakadzi mumanzi mumaphotographs, those black and white photographs of your sekuru, he was wearing a suit yakasungwa zvinhu munomu. Who does he look like? He is wearing a suit, a suit, a briefcase, nekachimbo, ne hat. Yeah, in fedora. Mukabvisa hat, anga aka straighten vhudzi. Varume vaitopema musoro. Right? Akaenda kubhawa, ainomwa rembhodhoro regreen, anomwa rembhodhoro. Aitotaura chirungu, pana nasekuru anodedemura chirungu mukufamba uko. Who does he look like? If you want to talk about hair straightening and where it came from, look at the first people in your generation that started that culture of straightening hair. He looks like the colonizer. No, Kate Williams' hair is like that. Don't, honey. Dear Munat, they are black people with natural straight hair. I've seen them. The Haitians, Snoop Dogg. It's not even straight, it's curly. You man doesn't go straight now in the iron, but it's curly. We are talking about hair textures. That is Kate Williams' hair, that is his natural state. I'm talking about us with the coarse hair. Who are we trying to look like? We are trying to look like the colonizer. The ones that bleach their skin and make it look yellow, pink. Those bleaching whatevers, they promote hair growth. That's why you see them with hair here, these girls that bleach. That's why you see them with hair here. Here. That's why you see them with hair here. And here. Under my side bin. A Vids. Who do you look like? You look like your colonizer. Fast forward. Hair relaxers came. Have you noticed how thick your hair is when it's natural? Tara chokwadi. Ardambuki, you have a nice hairline. Oh, your hairline is on point. Your hairline is existent. Have you noticed how thin your hair is when you relax it? Who do you look like? Before maintenance, it's just easy. I just come here and I go work. Where did it come from? Now! Sisi Vimbai, Google ancient Egypt started straight hair, started hair straightening one. It's amazing how you want to go to Egypt and do straightening of the hair. Ndati iwewe with your natural state Vids. Kugadzira kwauri kuita uko, kurikama kwauri kuita uko. Why is that you started straightening hair after colonization? Why were you not straightening your hair before colonization? Uda kutanga kuti Egypt, what? Were you then following your ancestors in Egypt? How do you know? During colonization, communication was a problem. Because when I can go on internet and see, oh, Egyptians have got straight hair. Okay, fine. There are different types of black people. They've got straight hair and they've got coarse hair. Have you ever seen a person with straight hair trying to be coarse? Why are you changing to be like them? Is it because you are very relaxing right now? Unopinda msaluni yo ugo relax because our ancient Egyptians had straight hair. Why are you trying to look like them? Why are you abandoning your natural state to look like them? And then you turn around and you don't see people in their natural state as beautiful. Munu ano relaxa Vudzi. You are permanently changing the texture of your hair. Permanent. You are changing the nature of your hair. Now you have to always put these products to keep it nice. The conditioners, the hair food, the what. Do you know African hair? Uno gonna 1 month usina kana chawaisa hapana chinoitika. Uno gonna 1 month usina kana kuri geza, usina kana kusa chawaisa anything muzoro. Nothing will happen. You know what notes? Oma kama dasi. Do 1 month without washing or putting hair food or hair creams to relax the hair and watch the work of the Lord. That should say something. So if you can remove your hair from its natural state and change its texture, who are you to call out a person who is bleaching and changing the color of their skin to look like the oppressor? The person who is changing the color of their skin to look like the colonizer, and you are changing the texture of your hair to look like the colonizer. Both of you are in the same WhatsApp group, but because of selective scapegoating, you are selective about what you discriminate against and what you don't. It doesn't change the fact that both of you are in the same WhatsApp group. Now you can get offended or you can just write that down and take it to the bank. Ndoshamisika. Muna akarukwa msoro, straighten my Vids, relaxa. Chero ari dark bone. Uka relax msoro, you cannot call out bleach more. Makango fanana. Uka praise a English accent. Chero une natural hair. Une dark skin. And you somehow fancy English accent. Same WhatsApp group. If you laugh at people that cannot speak English, even if you've got your natural hair and dark skin, if you do not cherish your own traditions and you adopted the colonizer's religion, it's makangopinda neavenue uyakapinda na 4th uyakapinda na 5th uyakapinda nekuna angwa but mese makasangana pa city center. Because if a white man comes and tells you you are not beautiful, for you to be beautiful, zora mafutaya wozora. Mumobati, the God that you worship is not good. Gia is a God and a religion because this is not good. Makangofana mese. It's very, 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 very sensitive, this topic. But someone must say it. Muri busy tukana and pointing each other fingers kusekana kwana kamba. Iwo wakapuwa Bible, iwo wakapuwa bleach skin, iwo wakapuwa relaxed hair. Mese, you are all under the oppressor. Moseka muna noti vadzimu vangu. Listen, what you choose to do with your religion and who you choose to worship is entirely up to you. If you want to worship Jesus Christ, if you want to worship God, because they believe in a musikavan, the creator of humans. Iwewe ukuneta Jesus Christ, you believe in the God of creation. It's the same guy. But you want to go via Jesus Christ. Congratulations. This one wants to go via Vadzimu. Congratulations. But why is it that you, who was given Jesus Christ by the white man, somehow look down upon a person who is worshipping the same God, but via vadzimu vake, because they are not doing what you believe in, they are somehow less. Who gave you that guy? How did you start knowing about Jesus Christ? Who gave you straight hair? Why were people straightening their hair? When you look at the source of all these modern day beliefs, when you trace it back, you will find out that everything about you is borrowed. Anti-delivery is not what you do, it's how you do it. And I have no problem if you decide to worship your God in the way that you choose. That is your right. But why do you look down on people that worship musikavanu in another avenue? They decided iwe murungu uri kuyazondudza kuti manamatiro andinoita kuna musikavanu haiti, ndofana kunamata semanamatiro ako. So the white guy came with the Bible. And you remember what he said? Who's that? Was it Bernie Mac from America? Who said, white man had the Bible. The black man had the diamonds, the soil, the land, the medicine, the animals. Something happened. Now black man has the Bible. And the white man has the land, the diamonds, the economy, your ass. Now white man owns you. Your bank account, thousands. I'm a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. Who owns the bank? In Zimbarangu, I've got a 3-story mansion. Zuva, leave me alone. Who owns the land that you build on? I drink expensive wine. Who owns the vineyards? I drive an expensive car. Who owns Mercedes Benz? Langongo and independent. Who owns Langongo? Everything about you is borrowed. Tell me one thing that is black about you, that no one can come and tell you to change. Ndakamirira macomments nditokutsvaga chete iriramba chingoti ningi joined. I want to see the comments more than who's joining. Tell me what's black about you that is yours to claim. Because no matter how much you bleach and how much you straighten your hair and how much you use their religion and how much you fancy their accent, and there are black people that even speak better English than white people. There are black people that even know European history than white people. It don't matter how much of anything. You will never be them. They will never accept you as one of them. Because this shell, see this shell, choro ukanoza ukadengembura chirungu sei, ukachigwegenyura ukachinengena chirungu sei, iri dembera demera kwete arichinji. Chero ukableacha ukaita yellow bobo azvichinji. Ugori straighted na uchirisa mama hair oils ekuIndia azvichinji. Why are you so hell-bent in trying to look like your colonizer? And you look down on people who choose not to be moved and bothered. You're straight hair, relaxing hair. You are trying to look like your colonizer. Hapana kumboti, and it's for maintenance. It's easy maintenance. It's easy maintenance because you cannot embrace your black. You don't know how to take care of your black hair. You don't know how to take care of your blackness. So you borrow other people's looks so that you ride on that wave. They are black hair. If it's yours, you know how to maintain it. You don't know how to maintain it. That's why you want to look like the oppressor. The same way you cannot handle your adzimus. That's why you want to run to church. The same way you cannot handle your blackness. You take something and plaster it on your body and it becomes you. Zvikanzi izvezvi pari kubikwa doro apa munomhanya mese kutiza kuti Jesus Christ. Do you need water? Because it's easy to go down on your knees and talk to some invisible guy. But zvikanzi pari kubikwa doro apa mhepo dzinosumuka papo, it's hard. Pamusana pekuti you think it's hard. Just because you are not used to it does not make it hard. But when you keep practicing it, it's easy. Izvezvi ndikati pari kubikwa doro apa pane zviri kuitikwa apo. My way, my phone. Father, Pastor, man of God, ndakauya Christmas kumba, and we are here as a family, and vatanga zvavo zvokubika doro izvi, and my spirit is disturbed. Nezura naura rashita madzikira. Please, man of God, pray for me. Man of God, the Father, the name of the Father of the Jesus. Guys, I know I'm not mocking, but is it not funny though? Is it not funny? Don't you find it weird? Don't you find it weird? It's not provoking. It's not provoking. It is. Holy oil. Downsizing the power of God to oil. Anyway, God created the oceans. Madzinza Ziva. He is responsible for the engineering of volcanoes. Wakambona panta earthquake. That's when you see you are nothing. Panita earthquake. Tune. When you see the wrath of God. Panita ma waves muri mu boat papa ichidai mvura ichidai ndopanoti hausi chunu. Panetika ma floods ndopanoti hausi chunu. There is a great guy. There is a great God. Right? Panofa munhu achimuka pai. Ndopanoti hausi chunu. There is a great God. And this guy is bigger than anything. And you want to downsize the power of God to a rosary. Kana ndisina rosary yangu handisi kunamata. Kana ndisina oil yangu yandoda oil zvazvanzi ndokuti ndinamata. Unoda kundiudza here iwo kana uchizifambira murodhi ukatanga kunamata Mwari akunzwiwi. Ndati uruda kundiudza here kuti uri pajambwa unomhanya kunotora kabhendi kako kakanzi pastor chakadaro ministries cheyelo chia, that this band is going to protect you. Mama makoresa ya maministry nemapentecost church asatapinda wongochirarama sei. You want to downsize the power of God to a wristband. Take your wristband and go panoitika tsunami. Take your wristband and go panoitika earthquake. Uone kuti Mwari ndiani. You want to downsize the power of God to a necklace. Yakanyorwa Yesu apa. Chogara chimutsu. Chigotorwa chigosungirirwa pa review mirror. Kana chisipa anti-drive motor. You want to downsize the power of Jehovah, the guy who made the volcanoes, the guy who made Mount Everest. You want to downsize it to a sticker. Extent. My sticker is going to protect me. I'm going to put a sticker of what ministries. And you feel safe. There's a lady, I don't know what happened. She was saying, I'm going to wash my car and then I'm going to stick remove beside the old sticker when the car was being washed. So she wanted to put the new sticker. Ministries, what? So I'm talking to this lady, the cars are being washed. And I just met her there. Hers is being washed, mine is being washed. And then they finish hers first. avaenda ndikana vakapedza kunoisa vacuum vanoisa uko yonotanga kuvacuum weri uko and what not. No, I'm still there. I hear her frantic. She is livid. She is going off the roof. She is in a, my God, she's losing it. And I go over and I'm like, is everything okay? She can say, "Varasa sticker yangu." I'm like, what sticker? She can sticker with church. I saw you removing a sticker. She can say, "Chacha Sakar." So I wanted to put a new sticker. Like, okay, so what's the problem? Just go home and get another one. How will I drive my car? How will I drive? No, it's almost like the sticker was protecting her. And I thought, my God, I can't believe I'm now friends with this girl. Before I even knew about her following these prophets, I didn't know. Now that I know, oh my God. I don't know what I'm going to do again. Sticker can't get. Sticker motakari dzakawanda panapa zvinhu zviri kungofamba hapana sticker yarasika. Okay, honey, just go and get another sticker at church. She can say, no, I can't drive this car without the sticker. Katasika mota ndeye ministry, ndeye church. She can say, no, I'm protected by Father, Prophet, I won't say his name. I'm protected by the power of Chakada. She called her prophet. She rang the phone and called an entire prophet and told her what happened. Do you know what the prophet did? Prophet wakaisa sticker pane one of his rana. Vakatora rana ikasvika pakawa shine sticker. Vakanamata vakaisa sticker. Ndokuzosumudzira kwakuenda. And then, thank you. Ah, nice to meet you too. You should come over to our church one day. I'm like, no, I'm going for an initiation. The day that you are having your conference and all that, just we need. There was nothing like that. I needed to delete my numbers because I can't be friends if you're like that. If you're like that, and we can't be friends. If you're a wristband, we are Prophet Ningi, we can't be friends. I'm sorry, we just can't. If you're a child of Papa God, we can't be friends. We just can't. I'm sorry, we can't. This lady, I wanted her to get rid of my phone numbers because I can't be friends with her. So she goes, you should come to our church. We're having a conference. No, I'm going for an initiation. Pane zviri kuitika kumba saka kwanzi tinouraya mombe pamacrossroads and stuff. Saka right now I'm in the middle of trying to buy all these things so that we can go. She looked at me dead in the face. She just said, oh, all the best then. She never called me after that. I'm sorry, but I cannot surround myself with people with that mindset. I refuse to even hang out with people with that mindset because they will corrupt my mindset. Vanoshibisa mindset yangu. Nothing wrong with your mindset. Stay on your table. Stay winning. Just don't come to my table. I can't have a person and a mentality. Yokufunga driving a car without a sticker. Ukaita accident watumirwa mepo. You are downsizing the power of God to a sticker. Sticker and drive remote. You are downsizing the power of God to a wristband. The guy who made the volcanoes, the guy who made the oceans, the God of miracles, 5,000 wajki with 2 loaves of bread. The guy who performs miracles day upon day. The guy who saves lives. Anomuta muna akufa akupera akudona pasapa agomuka agofamba. The God of David. Anodoneza Goliath. The guy who destroys the walls of Jericho. That guy. Ndio waruda kuisa kuti kana pasina sticker. Kana pasina oil. Holy oil. Oil yangu yapera. Oil. Guys, that guy, what Daniel, anoisa shimshumba, mugomba ikatadza kulamuni. That guy anomisa Zuva kuti risa nyure kuti vanhu vamborwa. That guy, the guy of the 10 plagues, akagadzirira vanhu size ne 10 plagues. That guy who turns water into blood. That guy ndiwo oroda kuti kana pasina oil hazvishandi. Imi kai imwe religion yamakatorera pamusoro iyi. Najeketa kudai. One day is one day. Anyway, have a good day. Ndangotingodzana ipapo ndangoenda nyoyo yangu. If you straighten your hair, if you relax your hair, if you change the texture of your hair, I don't care whatever reason that you do it for, you have no right to call out my bleach mom. Hanzi tete makuchinja futi mamboti varungu vakauya neBible tatitori negold nediamond nezvakadaro. Handisi kuchinja sweetie pie. If you need to understand religion, okay? If you choose to understand religion, you have to understand it from its origins, right? Christianity, religion yanonzi Christianity, it was not called Christianity before. Now they put Christianity because vakati if you believe in Christ, Jesus Christ, and then it's now called Christianity. Before it was called Christianity, it was called something else. Now when you look at the first world power, the first world empire was Egypt. Egypt, look at the way they worship and look at the religion in Egypt. Yasiana ne Christianity. Now the white people, the not the Moors, before the Moors, the Greeks that came to learn in Egypt, the philosophers came to Africa to learn about the African religion, and then they took it back to where they come from. They seasoned it, marinated it, and whatever it, and then they made it their own according to their understanding and their convenience and their what. And then they established their own religion from what was derived from Africa. When that happened, remember even the Bible, the King James Version, the what was written by those guys. How I know this is there's no African whose name is James, Peter, John, Matthew. Those are white people's names. Okay? So the Bible was written by white people. Whites, Greeks, they are all the same. I can't tell who's British and who's Greek until they start talking. And it's the Assyrians. And all when you look at them, all of them, they adopted their religion from the African religion. Now, when you then look at the two, you can tell who copied who. When you look at African religion, African paintings, the hieroglyphics, the paintings on the wall, the pyramids, and all that, the ancient history of Africa and the ancient religion of Africa, the god of Ra, whatever, Aman Ra, and vanoti Amen. Unotoona kuti zvakato pane religion yakatora religion yemumwe. I have had the privilege to travel the world. My first stop was Italy, Rome. In Italy, Rome, when you walk on the streets, there are pillars on each street corner. Each street corner. Chinotangechi chakareba soka. Then chivachazita point kumsoro so. It almost looks like a pyramid, but longer. It's got hieroglyphics on it. It tells stories of what was happening each year to them. It is a copy and paste of Africa. Ukaenda ku Greece, and you look at the Greece, their religion and what is happening, even their infrastructure. It is a copy and paste of Africa. Europeans started building castles. They are not the ones that started with castles. When you look at ancient African history before the Moors, listen, the Moors are the ones that are responsible for taking civilization to Europe. It was the Moors. Africans civilized Europe. Europeans colonized Africa. There's a difference. Varungu vanga vasingagezea vachigara nemhuka. If you study the history of black people, they are what you call the Moors. The Moors are those people, when you look at African history, vanopfeka maturbans, so vanongopfeka kunge mahembe unozanogara mudesert, vanonge vanopfeka magemens vaiva. During the time when Africa was the boss, Africa was the first world empire, the Moors, with their knowledge and their education and their tools and their skills, decided to venture into the world to see what the world has. The Moors traveled to Europe. The Moors traveled to America. The Moors had the blackest skin under the sun. The Moors, the only thing that you can see on them were their eyes and their teeth. That's how black they are. The Moors traveled into America, into Canada. The Moors went to Asia. Before, or when Africa, Africa, Kudara before, and if you agree with me that Africa, Ndokune, the cradle of mankind, the first humans on earth lived in Africa. That time, before the lights, the glitz, the glam, the flood, it's the blacks that Africa had people. Everyone was black. Right. Now, when you then look at the Red Indians, look at any country in the world, kuva China, kuva Japan, kuva America. The deeper you go into the roots of that country or of that race, they are dark. Let's go in. Look at America. Native Americans were those Indians. When you mix black and white, you get the red Indian. My red Indians, for them to be called red, vanga vakasviba, vamwe vanga vakakangavira. Look at the Mexicans, the modern day Mexican. The Mexican right now. Go varikuma chonyonyo mukati mumapanya eku Mexico. They are dark. Go to China as I'm speaking to you right now. China celebrates white skin too much. Ukaenda kuno rimwa raisi. Guys never had the privilege of traveling the world. So I'm not saying things out of a textbook. I'm saying things that I see. The Chinese person that you see on a billboard or on a soap or on a what, those are models. Ukaenda ku China chaimo kunorimwa raisi kumachonyo kwa buchu kwavo kwa gutu kwavo kwa zairimwe kwavo. The Chinese, they are dark. They're like me. If you go to Japan, same WhatsApp group. Ku Japan, there is what you call the samurai. Ndimi munogarambia samurai. Samurai amunoona pa TV. Yes, kwa ku Hollywood yapendwa. I see real samurai. If you go in Japan and go kwa mtekezi ku Japan kuzina magetsi kwekwe and ask the history of the samurai, there's a slogan that said, you are not a true samurai if you do not have black blood. For you, zarakuti samurai means black blood. So when you then trace back where all this nonsense is coming from, all music, I don't care what genre, from soprano, kunobata hip hop, beatbox, via whatever genre that you want, the beat is African. The beat is African. So when you speak of religion, before you come to me with your Papa God, you must go back to where this religion is coming from. It's coming from the philosophers and the students of Europe that came to Africa. They did what they did with their books and literature and whatnot. And then they made their own that they used and that was working for them and according to them. And then they started exploring the rest of the world. And they came with whatever they had cooked in their communities. And they brought it to us. Tanga tagara tichiworshipa the sun god. The sun cannot harm us. Ukaenda ku Egyptian, we must do like the Egyptians. Go to the Egyptians and ask who Amen-Ra is. It is the god of the sun. The sun god. The one thing that cannot harm you. The one thing that brings life. Kana pasina Zuva pana chinoitika. It's responsible for life. It's responsible for time. It's responsible for health. Tora murungu muise mzuva 2 hours. That's why they could not put the word, the sun, the actual S-U-N. They can't talk about the god of the sun, the Amen-Ra. They can't worship a god that kills them. So, in the name of Jesus Christ, the Amen. It's the full statement is Amen-Ra. Ra is God, is sun. But you are not ready for this conversation. Because mimi mchambotarisa kuti zuva rikugwanana. Mchambotarisa kuti ma elections 2023 chichaitika. Mchambotaga COVID. Ndo nyaya dzenyu. So we can't be friends if you don't have this kind of conversation with me. Amen-Ra is the sun god. And the black people worshipped because it never harmed them. Izvezvi tikakwisa muzuva. Izvezvi. Don't come to me with skin cancer. Vanhu vari kugara kumaruzevha. People that stay in the equator. Vanhu vari kumaruzevha izvezvi. Pana wakambonzwa neskin cancer kumaruzevha iwe. You want to talk about skin cancer? No, son. If you're going to have skin cancer because of the sun, it's because your DNA has been altered by eating processed foods. Let's go there. Your skin condition and whatnot has been altered by using these harsh cosmetics that are on your skin. Bleach. To start off with. Some of the foods that you eat affect your DNA. They affect your natural state of being. Some of the products that you put on your skin make your skin vulnerable to harsh conditions. Your skin is designed to sustain your weather. That's why you have melanin. Basare melanin ndere. Melanin queen, popping. Shout out melanin queen. But do you know what melanin is? Unaona munhu akableach akapfeka t-shirt yakanzi melanin queen. Iwe. Honey, it's our job to be intelligent and wise and be full of wisdom as to what we are talking about and what we influence people with. If you bleach, you cannot come here and talk about melanin. You are killing, because bleaching kills the melanin, making your skin vulnerable to the sun. Melanin protects your skin from the sun. That's why that dark matter, it doesn't necessarily have to be dark as in black. There are black people that have got light skin naturally. My yellow bobo by nature, baby. There is melanin in their skin to protect their skin. Now, white people have got little melanin. And if you don't have melanin and you go into the sun, you will die. You will deteriorate. You will, something will definitely happen inside you. Torai murungu mumise 3 hours muzuva rere redu rekugwekwere. Zuva redu rere kwa mrambinda reko mtokore. Mumisa paruware 3 hours. Aripo mudzoke mune zvanenge aita. Iwewe unogana kugara paruware kubva makuseni kusvika rinyure wakatarisa mombe dzako. Ugotodzokera kumba ukatoita life. Why? Because the sun protects you. Black people were aware that the sun cannot harm us. The sun brings us life. Vitamin D, it brings us life. Ndosaka vaiti Amen-Ra. When you look at the Egyptian paintings, there's always the sun. Inenge ichiita shine on these images. Right? Now, when you look at the Jesus Christ, Weku Europe, it's a white guy, straight face, drugged out, pale face, with a sun behind him ane chimwe wakambona zvimajisa zvemaroma zveshe ane chimwe chiraundi so chimwe chinhu chinenge chichimutenderera pamusoro so it's a pale skinned guy and there's this round look at all the images, there's always this light that they call the son of God, the son of God. That son, the practical guy, that son that you see is the same son of God that you people put on your wristbands and say, son of God. Varungu vakata copy and paste vakagadzira according to what suited them and what made sense to them. That's why the Jesus they have is white. Let's just say Jesus was born in Bethlehem. Look at the people in Bethlehem. Google Bethlehem. Not the ones that you see on Google. Actually travel to Bethlehem. And look at the ancient Bethlehemies. Look at them. The ancient Bethlehemese. Look at the ancient Chinese. Look at the ancient Americans, the red Americans. Look at the ancient Japanese. Look at the ancient Mexicans. Look at the ancient Bethlehem people. They are all black. Not Jesus Christ descended. Mirai. That Jesus Christ were white up. Jesus Christ that descended from the house of David. That guy. Let's look at David. Sheep hair. Bronze skin. What color is bronze? David had sheep hair. That's curly hair. That's dark, coarse hair. And bronze skin. So, uyu we white uyu. Ane blonde silky hair. Wamuno isamba menyu. Who is this guy? Don't say Ashnabasa, it's just a symbol. Imi, it's just a symbol. Nenu onchango toroka, mbudzi yanda ndosa padopa ngudoti is a symbol. Ndovia mbudzi, ichidwa na ropa kudaro ndosa padopa ngudoti is a symbol. Tiru symbol renanaka. It's just a symbol. What do you mean? You are responsible for your child's psychological state of being. You are responsible for your child's subconscious mind. And then you put a white guy and who looks like your oppressor. The white guy who looks like your colonizer. To say, this is Jesus Christ. Someone has to speak about this. Someone must say something. Christians, you're good people. You're good people. You have good hearts. Right. Blackville. I'm questioning. If you take offense in questioning, then we can't be friends. You say he is descended from the house of David. What does David look like? How is he described? He is described as a person with bronze skin. One. Look at the geographical area that all this thing happened. Nazareth, Bethlehem, Jerusalem, and whatnot. Don't look at the modern day ones. The modern day African is yellow bone. Apparently. So the modern day Bethlehem might be changed as well. Go back to the ancient people. The ancient African is black, dark, midnight. The ancient Bethlehem people do not look like these modern day people. Pakatika migration and war and whatnot. Go into their books and look at how Bethlehem people look. Jerusalem people look. All those people are in Middle East. Middle East people do not have blonde, blue eyes, white skin. It is the European who looks like that. Who has got that image? I told you the Europeans vakata copy and paste African religion. But they cannot say the sun god because the sun hurts them. The sun kills them. It kills their skin. They can't stand in the sun and say God. They can't worship the sun because the sun kills them. But the ancient original religion that they derived from had sun people. Why? Because black people are not affected by the sun. So they can. Musikabana. Iwewe. Holds one. So your black skin is beautiful when you use sunscreen. I'm not saying black people don't use sunscreen. The black people that should use sunscreen are the ones whose DNA has been altered, are the ones whose skin is now prone to diseases and infection, the ones that applied harsh bleaching things on their skin, and they apply harsh cosmetics and soaps on their skin. They need sunscreen. The ones that eat processed foods, non-organic foods, need the sunscreen. The one that has changed their environment to go into that harsh environment and whatnot. Kwete iwe Bridget, wokwazvandasara uko. Vanhu vokwazvandasara vanozora screen guard here. Vanozora here skin guard, vanozora here skin sunscreen. Makuda kutakura chirungu pamusoro. Murungu anozora sunscreen newe tek. Murungu ane straight hair newe tek. Ane white skin newe tek. You are under the colonizer's mindset. Don't you think so? If not, then why do you do the things you do? Everything about you is borrowed. And whoever questions that is wrong. Dakorakoso. Nyarara, what do you know? Shut up. If you are offended by such questions, you're not ready for this conversation. If you are okay with kumwa mapirids, asi ndikaenda newe kusango, ndikanotora midzi ushu, nemidzi ishi, ndokacha nema seeds aya, ndokupa. You don't touch herbalists. Amuvadi. As you go to a pharmacy, okabira zvimagirike zvewaitire. Yes. Imwa ichi, tora ichi, ukachikachi, ute chakati, idya ichi, tora ichi. Audi. But you go and take white man's medicine and put there. Look at who white men, their medicine. What did they make it from? They made it from the same herbs. They are not from Bochitsika. Now white people they harvested those indigenous trees. And then now they have forests, plantations of those trees. They even put the conditions of those trees. In Africa, it's hot and the soil is like this. They can replicate all that and create that in themselves. They are where they won't allow it. So they come to Africa and they buy land. And you think, Arwood farm is farming. Yes, I don't go to game. It's a game park. They just say, game park. You see that condition a game park. That is the most natural state of earth. With those trees, they harvest those trees, those leaves. They make medicine and they put it in a pill and they give you. I'm taking my antibiotics. Because my people have perished because of lack of knowledge. You are busy trying to learn to memorize the white man's syllabus and be Asha ku church and be mindfulness ku church. So bad that you don't even know your own medicine. So you demonize your originality. So you demonize your original state and you fancy and worship whatever it is that you were given. Everything about you is borrowed. Your educational system is borrowed. Your syllabus, you know European history more than you know your own history. You know labels, Gucci, Dolce & Gabbana, just by looking at their symbols. If you can see a symbol, yeah, Balenciaga, you say this is Balenciaga. Ukona symbol LV, you say this is LV just by looking at the symbol. Ndikakutaridza shizha zvezvi, shizha remuroad, ndoti what is this? We don't know. Mwanza iri izumbani? Iri ichi makuru ona iko zvinoka. Iko zvino. Makuru ona because mama kufa. Ndinotora mufa ndichimuka panapa. Ndikutaridze kuti mufa ndichimuka. Makuru ziva iko zvino. If I show you certain leaves, you don't know these leaves. But let me show you, nditaridze symbol yakanzi M, not McDonald's. Mungoona symbol yakanzi, you know the white man so much more than you know yourself. There is something wrong with that. It's not normal. It's not. Ndikutaridze izvezvi symbols. Unoza McDonald's, Psties, Nando's, KFC, Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, LV. And it's just from looking at symbols. Nditore njiri mombe pano. Njiri mombe. Ndise maoka kundoti, what is this? What's that? Ndikatora symbol Benz, Peugeot, Volkswagen, Toyota. Ndikutaridze gomo revakadzi vasina mazino. Just a picture of gomo revakadzi vasina mazino. Unoziva Table Mountain yeku Cape Town. Ndikaisa Table Mountain, other people's things you know. Your own ndikutaridze picture yegomo revakadzi vasina mazino. Munoziva gomo revakadzi vasina mazino? Gomo revakadzi vamweni hamutorizivi. Ndikubvunze izvezvi kuti, do you know gomo revakadzi vasina mazino? What is it? What does it represent? Your own history, important, very fundamental. Gomo revakadzi vasina mazino amurizivi, asi unoziva Table Mountain, unoziva Mount Everest. Anyway, ndisati nakusiya, if you are asking gomo revakadzi vasina mazino, gomo revakadzi vasina mazino igomo revaroyi. Kudhara wainzi ukabatwa uchiroya, ukanzi uri muroyi, they wouldn't kill you because they know kuti spirit youroyi. Ukauraya vessel iyi, it will just move to another spirit, to another body. Saka it's pointless to kill a person nokuti anoroya. They will just outcast them. They'll become outcasts. Because spirit yeuroi, kana whatever spirit is on you, it cannot be killed. It can only transform. Some people call it spirit, some people call it energy. Whatever, pick one. The spirit, kana muna achiroya since muna anoroya, akafa, the spirit moves to another person. So they wouldn't kill these women because one, population, two, it was just you're wasting your time killing people. Even if they used to burn them, white people, they're so stupid, they would burn witches. They would burn the witches, but the spirit will leave the burning body and go to another person. So they stopped burning witches and killing witches. They, in fact, how to identify these people that were possessed by these spirits, they would remove the 4 front teeth and send them off to go live in the mountains. She cannot relocate to another place. If she relocates to another place, anyone angasna 4 front teeth back in those days. Suspect. It was a common thing. The way they would put something, ukaba, something, wherever you're going to go, people will be able to. You can't deceive people. Saka the first 4 front teeth like this, votemwa dzimwe nyora so dzanga dziri panapa dzanga dzichitotaridza nyora dzinosiyana. Pane nyora dzinoenda nesize and which part of the body. Pane vainzi hombe dzenzi kaka kana 3 kana kuti 3 uku nyora idzodzo. Wobviswa mazino aya 4. Wherever she goes. So these women that were being, each village and each place, they were outcasting these people to the point of you end up having 100 women that have been outcasted. So they started staying mumakomo and they formed their own community mumakomo emomo. So they started living there and they became White people want to call them Amazons. And it's my Amazons. I'm not going to go to my Amazons. No. A village of powerful women. Because those women were powerful. Angari Roy. Papa Sano Veramwe. Tosvana. Now, Amazons watching my Amazons. The Amazonians, a group of powerful women. Varungu vakatora that concept. It's black. That everything is black. Yeah? The Gomoreva Kadzivasina Mazino, evil forest. You call it evil. The white people call them the Amazons. To the point of them creating, having a queen, making villages, creating infrastructure. Kutovaka, fire Gomoreva Kadzivasina Mazino. And in Zimbabwe, it's there. Gomororo. And when you look at the picture, you will see it's got a funny shape. But let me show you Gomoreva Kadzivasina Mazino. As in this Pakanzi, M and the little water to Maserati, you know, just from a symbol. You know Mount Everest. You know Table Mountain. Anything that does not have to end with you, you know. But your own, you don't. Munenda kuchinoi caves. Kutirwa picture. Mampindwi. Zvinoyera. Hampindwi munoyera. Hampindwi. Do you know what was happening there? Vangopira vadzimu and everything. But do you know exactly why zvinzi munoyera? Ndiani akapinda mu what happened? You don't know kuti munoyera. Hakusvikwe nevanhu. But you go to lengths googling someone. Kuda kuona kuti anogarepi. You go to lengths googling mu Wikipedia zvakuona kuti Kim Kardashian mwana wake kutanga murume wake kutanga anonzana. You go deep down in great lengths kuda kuona kuti uyu akableach here kuti uyu ane mari yaka uyu akaromba uyu akade iwewe chaiye wakatorwa picture ku Chinoi Caves. You don't even want to google why Chinoi Caves is sacred. You don't. Why is it Great Zimbabwe yakadhiriziwa? Why? Why think what mune gold? That's what you learned in school. But when you go in Mashingo and you ask them why was it destroyed? Or why is it disfigured like that? It's not because of gold. Go inside the stories. The history of Zimbabwe. Did you even know kuti Monomtapa Empire was, whoever was the head of Monomtapa Empire reported to Queen Sheba? Aitwa cabinet. Until when the king summons his men, when the king calls his men, Africa was the first world empire. Right? The Solomon mines, I managed when Sheba Bebra Solomon. Sheba was from Africa, Ethiopia. And right. So the Solomon mines are in Africa. It's not just one particular area in Africa. The Solomon mines were in Ghana. That's why Ghana named Sindhu. The Solomon mines were in Ethiopia. The Solomon mines were down south in Monomotapa. It was a world trading empire. A world trade center. By fire. It wasn't just some place with stones. You see how you see Wall Street. Let's go deeper. I think a bonnet will be full of wisdom. You see how you see Wall Street today. How you see World Empire, World Trade Center. Monomtapa. Pite of fiber, Zimbabwe no gold. Vana South Africa, we say vana used to know the Rogis. Vana Shaka bako manja. Vana Shaka before Shaka. Vana South Africa was under Monomtapa. Nothing's Egoli, the city of gold, was under my personal border. My border, my fancy, Shakazo, any Murungu, these colonies of yours that you're trying to look like. Monomtapa was big. Monomtapa was basically Southern Africa. Do panga paripanyanga. Should the queen want to leave her throne to go and visit her mines, kana Solomon akuda kumbonda ukunono empire yake kuti yakamira sei. Ayuya ku Africa kuma mine mudhara auya. They would travel across Africa. Pavaisvika ku Southern Africa. Unodanza Solomon never traveled to Africa. This guy built an entire temple, the richest of them all, with gold. Where was he getting the gold? Let's just take a look. Which continent today has the most gold? Which part of the continent has the most gold? This is a king who ruled. He could come down. Paishikam Southern Africa. Capital was the Monomotapa Empire, ruled by the Rojis, one-on-one with the Solomons. Who do these people look like? Solomon have blonde blue eyes. Sheba, concubine Ra Solomon. She was not some funny girl. Don't they downplay Sheba in the Bible. Sheba was the shit. Sheba Shaka stay Motaburu. Sheba was not some beautiful girl. I just got my nails and I don't know sugar did like Solomon. No. Study the story of Sheba. Study this and the way she comes from. Same WhatsApp group. They were legends. But here, let me ask you the power of the Monumtapa. Munenda kunotorwa ma picture. Mpane zvinonyorwa kumadziro zviya. That is not enough. But read that. And after that, go into the depth. How I know it's not only by the knowledge that I read. Sometimes seeing. Ukaenda ku Europe. Aiwa. Look at your mother's, your grandmother's heart. Let's go there. Unaka braka don't kanganisa. Look at your grandma. Yakutoramba yato twistika. Fuck it. Look at your grandmother's heart. Musha wambuya wakuyo. Wamsiwa. Kitchen yambuya wakuyo. Wakaita say. Ma window ambuya wako. Window rem kitchen ranga rakaita say. It wasn't an open wall with a glass. It had like zvidhina zvakatange zigzag so. Ukatarisa window rambuya vako. Kitchen yambuya vako iwo. Mamwe zvimwe zvidhina zvaita zigzag, zvimwe zvaita kunge something. Do you know the symbol of the Nazis? Munonyorwa German never surrender. Ndoza pane mamwe ma stupid ma Zimbabweans and akaona anga akaiswa anenge akaisa chi German never surrender cheche chinenge chi 2 Z's dzakatarisana so. Do you know the symbol? Let me see if people are listening to what I'm saying. Do you know the symbol of the Nazis? Madeza na Hitler. Chinonzi chi German never surrender cheche. Chinonzi German never surrender. Chinenge chi it's like a Z and then another Z on top. So it looks like X's. 2 X's. I'm not sure, but machiziva. 2 X's crossing each other. You know that symbol German never surrender. Good. Kwanzina MYK 22. Right. German never surrender yakatangarini. German regime and whatnot. The manje pavana 19 chakadaru, 18 chakadaru, 14 chakadaru. How did your grandmother know that symbol? Window rambuya vako looks like that. And it's not by accident or decoration. People they were clever. The way the pyramids were made, it was not out of a hobby. Every symbol counts. My symbols, hieroglyphics, it counts. If you know how to translate them, you know. Kuti ipinde mu kitchen yambuya vako, it is straight like this. You know it noise. Woo, not a noise. Insects will crawl in. maybe rats will crawl in. So they would design it in a way that air will get in, but other things cannot get in. Right? So look at that. It's a window where air comes in a round heart. Because when you look at the German never surrender sign, what does it mean? Ndiana akamboverenga chisaini chacha cheGerman chacha chana Hitler chacha, the Nazis. Do you know how they came? They just don't come up with drawings. Can you say? Right? There's a meaning behind that sign, yeah, Nazis. What does it mean? If you are offended by my questions, then we're not ready for this conversation. Let me try and add another verse on you. Kana mazogara ulaifika. Musangotora zvinhu zvamunoona paTV muchiisa mulife menyu moti this is good. Chimbostadhawewo muridzi wazvo. Usati before you apply it into your life. Yeah? So no lies detected here, Miss Fortune. The first castles. Even the princess stays in a castle and you want to make it look like it's white people's idea. You go gather a skyscraper. The first recorded castle was 3 stories in Ethiopia in 12 BC. Not zvidhaka zvakangowe proper. Now you see the castles in the European what. And did you know there were giants that lived? Yes, Vimbai. I know the story of the giants, and I believe that there were giants that lived the earth. Imalkso mam Bible makunzi ma Bible. The Bible now calls them nim. Bible kaenda ne the flood. And the demons had sex with people, and then the nymph, and the nim what? Nimfurel. Nymphrity. Those are not evil things. The giants did roam the earth at one time. How I know? Look at the pyramids. Look at Egypt. Makambo Google aware. Instead of Google out in Ndiana kapenga. Ndiana nechimuti. Ndiana asingagoni kupfeka. Ningi anosfonera too much. Munombo Google aware ku Egypt. Kana musakwanisi kuenda no problem. Nino anotokwanisi kuenda. But googling munongo Google awo free data. They are whenever I travel, okay, so I thought you meant good. I've never visited Egypt and it's on my bucket list and okay. And look at the Catholic churches. They have 2 doors, one small, one big one. Besides that, look at the pyramids. When you look at pyramids, when you go closer, one step, my steps is 2 meters. From one step to the other is 2 meters. Who were those steps made for? Is this my steps said they're 30 centimeters apart and no my steps. No my steps. one leg on top of the other, uchikwira masteps. Masteps are Egypt. There are 2 meters to the next step. 2 meters to the next step. Who are those steps made for? Isusu takwira ukadakwenda kuona pane chimwe chilift chicrane chinokusumudza ne chinotange chi elevator so kuti ukwire uende kumusoro. Hapana ma steps edu isusu like normal steps. And this is ancient stone. And these are millions of years old. These matombache wayo. Who were those steps made for? Before you question me or took me for being unrealistic, chimbozigaya wega utora tingatindokubvunza imimi miss know it all. Who were those steps made for? Extraterrestrials. My ex auntie atete we are auntie so we are where did the giants go? They were killed. The story of how the giants died, they were killed. Africa was taken over. They were poisoned. They were a threat to other species. Imimi Bible rakatora nyanda kudza nyaya dzemBible nyaya dzeko Africa dzega dzega. Dzakangotorwa dzikangoiswa maspice. Dzakunzi Luke, Jonah, David, Peter, all those European names. The original stories when you come back to them. Ukada kutarisa inonzi the book of the dead. Inonzi what the book of the dead. Nyaya said the flood. Irimo story of Africans, the Egyptian book of the dead. Nyaya the plague. Irimo. Nyaya the son of God. Mu Bible. Irimo ma books of Africa. They just used it up to suit them for their convenience. But nyaya the Africa. Zirimo. Vunzai vanoziva. You know the book of the dead. I don't know what to call the name. You know the Egyptian book of the dead. You know, there is this a child who was born and whatnot. The son of God is actually the son. The giants were wiped out during the mud floods. Imimi Makuzonzi Noah, a white guy's name, built a ship, a boat. And whatnot, and the rest of the world was wiped out. In Chinese history, they talk about the flood. In the Bible sense, it was a Noah. But China had version. But in China, it was two, a man and a woman. Ukaenda ku Hindu and the Buddhas. Muma books avo, muma Quran, not Quran. The Hindus, and the Buddhas, there's a story of the flood. But the guy is not called Noah. Vanopenga ere vana. Iwewe ndo vandati munhu flood, it was a Noah. Ah! Demon, get behind me. Satan. Iwe munhu mutema iwe. Noah ari kuverenga muBhayibheri umo. That's not how it happened. Get behind me, Satan. Leave me, Zuva, leave me. I pray. The true story is Noah. It's not. Why is it every religion has got the story of the flood? So which one is correct? Ashnabasa, just believe whatever you believe, it works for you, whatever you believe, fine. So why do you look down upon people that don't believe the same thing as you? You know what? Whatever you believe in, as long as it works for you, as long as okay. So a person who does not believe in the same things that you believe, why do you demonize that person? Why? Do you then turn around and say there's something wrong with you simply because I don't believe what you believe? Inini ndona mata kwa dzimu, yona mata kuna Jesus Christ. Tese tukupinduru. Inini ndikapira zvandopira. Ndokumbira zvandokumbira ndopiwa makomborero angu. I live in a nice place because I prayed for it. Iwe wenda kuna Jesus Christ wako womnamata wokomborerwa. Iwe wapindurwa. How are we different? You have to die first to experience everlasting life. Oh, what's happening on earth is nothing. You're preparing yourself for the afterlife. So for you to have eternal peace, to be holier than thou, to be 100%, to eventually be free, you must die first. So that you can then get your reward. Someone played someone up. Because African religion does not teach that you must die first for you to be wholesome. Does not mean that this is just a test run. And then kuzoti uchaenda kunzvimbo ine ruponeso, ine happiness and peace, unotanga wafa. Saka you spend the rest of your life trying to score points on the others for the other side, completely neglecting your diamonds. Ufumi wepasa unabas. Completely neglecting your gold, your rubies, your oil, chasing some book that you got. And then for you to then get your reward of enduring slavery and abuse and all that, living a poor, extreme poverty. For you to get to Mambo Kudenga, you must die first. Why did he give you the gold? Oh, please guys, I'm sorry, but I have a question. Answer me. Why did he give you the diamonds? As the Holy Bible says, the Holy Bible says, I understand. I want you to use your reasoning capacity today. Holy Bible, Holy Bible is a book and it's say Chimboricheta pass. Vane Koran, Chimboricheta pass. Vane Egyptian Book of the Dead, Chimboricheta pass. Vane Bugurema Hindu, Nerema Buddha, Mesen Mabukenyu, Chimbomacheta pass. Without Mumboshan so in Jerez Magapuana one. For you, he gives you all these riches in the world. He makes a beautiful earth with a nice sunrise and mesmerizing horizons, with the roaring oceans and the green forests and the nice animals, with all the medicine you want in the world, and all the nice juicy organic fruits, and in the ground your soil is rich. You put a seed and the seed grows, and now you have all these beautiful sunflowers and the vegetables, and further down into the earth you have your oil that you take and then you make fuel. You've got the gold to wear on your teeth and your neck. You have the diamonds to shine. You have rose quartz to heal you. You've got crystals that heal you. So none of this shit matters. Why do you think white people come to Africa and go on holiday? When it's time for them to go on holiday, they come to Africa. You can't go to Europe to holiday or vacation. You're just going to see buildings and more buildings and more buildings. There's no nature. You're just going to see a cold country with buildings. Come to Africa. You see nature. Because God gave us this nature to enjoy. He gave us the trees. He gave us to enjoy. These are the riches you seek. These are the riches. Hauna matane munu mtema? Iwe, wana matane munu mtema? No. Munu mtema kapo Bible. Akanzisiya chivanu. Akanzisiyana nezve nematongerwo enyika. Akanzisiyana nezve mining. Akanzisiyana nezvekutsvaga medicine. Akanzisiyana ndobvapuwa Bible. Munhu iyeye ukada kumutokonya unotukirwa mbuya vako varere pasi. If you try and question their beliefs, at one time you had the diamonds, the gold, the earth, the oil. And then the white man had the Bible. They come and they give you a Bible. Something happened overnight. Now the white man has the Bible, has the gold, the diamonds, the economy, the money. Now the white man has everything from the earth, the copper, the iron, the oil, the manga, magnesites. Inotorwa nemachina kuZimbabwe, the chrome, but manganese. You see, istero matishanere again. Saka imeleji yakavhiringika brain. Magchi, MAG something. Inotorwa nemachina muZimbabwe too much. Vanoimora iyoyo manje. Iyoyo vanoitora inonzi manganese. There are so many elements. Arimu ethum. Machina anozotora something. Anozotora something in Zimbabwe. Vantora manganese. Vantora something else. Even opium. Vanotora zvinhu muground. Vachienda to build multi-trillion-dollar industries. Imemwana makabata Bible. Murikuenda ku all night prayer. Kutozikana asha wemuchechi. Ivo vari kurara vachiita mining. Murungu ari kurara achimaina. He is drilling your earth, taking everything from your earth, leaving no stone unturned. Iwewe, you use your entire night to go for all night prayer. With a white Jesus in your house. The same white Jesus who looks like your colonizer. You can worship whoever you want to worship. You can choose to ignore everything I've just told you. Benzere pa Facebook, benzere pa Instagram, but you must have an option. And then you choose your option. Children need to know. And by Bible, take a book and go. I would rather read from the Egyptian Book of the Dead, because that is where the Bible comes from. The Egyptian Book of the Dead, it was written years, thousands of years before the Bible. And the names that are in there are not your David, Luke, Peter, John, the names of the colonizer. Mune mazita, owners not know man. When your opponents my leaves are my shisha, pie something. Vashinyora ne minzwa, munzwa chayo, wonyora. So after some time they would decay. So they would get new material and start writing. All the way to Zuva talk how Russia was once ruled by black people, and they were driven out and became slaves. Those are the Moors. I know that history. It's not only Russia that they ruled. Do you know there's a king, the first king of Spain was black? Black from the ground. Europe yakatombodzumburudzwa nevanhu vatema. Vasati vazouya iko zvino vachema pambe pfumya vasina mabvya. Yanga yatova revenge. And the white men made sure they eradicate that history of black people ruling Europe. Vakameka sure kuti vakaibvisa mumasyllabus. As we speak right now, the archaeologists and the historians, they are busy whitewashing those paintings, the muma caves, nemuma pyramids. They are trying to change the color of the shitcoins. We're preserving it. Kuti more visible to the cameras. Now they are putting a color that's more pale to make it look like Cleopatra was light-skinned. vachiti we are preserving the paintings, we are preventing the chakadaro. So that's why we're using this paint, because what Kwani now Cleopatra looks all white and Amazonians and all exotic when Cleopatra was black from the sun. So the history maybe you will never know, because yakadzimwa vakarasa mabook, they bent, they overtook the Europeans. Russia, chete, Spain, go into the depth of Spain. Unaona the people that were ruling Spain before the white guys. Varungu vakatodzidziswa kugeza nevanhu vatema iwe. Kutodzidziswawo kutonzi imi kana zvanetaka izvezvi mapedza kuona live iyi endai munovhura pakanzi the name will come to me. Imwe documentary, so it's right on my lips. Ziko documentary inokudza ine zvemamozi. Munoiziva maniwe. Inena Dr. Umar Johnson. It's for woke black people. Mana Umar Johnson varipo maniwe. Anonzi chiko. The color, the hidden colors. Kwanzina nasa vagezi zvavanani. It's the hidden colors. In a 4 parts. Download all 4 parts. Musa download the Sex and the City. Kana uchida kuona TV, download 4. The hidden colors part 1, the hidden colors part 2, the hidden colors part 3, the hidden colors part 4. Vanhu vatema ndo vakatodzidzisa varungu kugeza, varungu vanga vasingagezi. Do you know kunzi white wedding? Kuti chii chaiitika? Why they wear white? Varungu vanga vasingagezi. China kuwacha hembe chaiko utsanana zero. Kukwesha vudzi, kukwesha ganda zero, vanga they didn't know all that. Kwete kuti wave uchapa zvanga zvistorimo. Look at the history. Even kana mazino chaicho vanga vasingakweshe varungu. Go in. I'm not being racist. I'm speaking facts. Even during the World War, the time yana Antoinette, Queen Antoinette vanhu vanga vasingagezi mazina ava. So when it was time for you to get married, vaikupfekedza hembe ye-white. It is the only ndosaka chinzi they cherish that gown. Because ndo yega yaitovasvitsawo kunzi one, that's how you identify the person who's getting married. Maruva aya avaibata aya. Flowers kill smell, they kill odor. Panenge pane vanhu. Saka zvikanzi people are getting married, they wanted that blissful whatever chakadaro. Why is it that the only ones who hold a bouquet yemaruva? Tarisa kuma mamwe ma-religions ese nema-races ese hauoni munhu ari kuchata akabata maruva. Hazviti. Kwete kuti uchiona muchina akapfeka white gown. I'm talking about, look at the Chinese wedding. Hauoni bouquet remaruva. Look at the African wedding. Hauoni bouquet remaruva. Or look at the Indians getting married. Hauoni bouquet remaruva. Look at everyone else. Hauoni bouquet remaruva. It is white people that use bouquet remaruva. Vanga vasingageze. Saka maruva would then help kill the smell. Anything but what? They would help kill the smell. The way you see how Egyptians, when the gods died, why is maruva around that place, that person, to kill the odor. Maybe the funerals would take long, so that they would really put flowers and flowers and flowers on top of that person to kill the smell. And then, so they learned kuti maruva, when you pop them, flower girl, kamwana kai kanoshka kachimwaya maruva. They lived and slept with animals. Vimba is lit as hell. Vimba imrefu. She's woke. Maflower girl aya, paya uya kuzo mwaya maruva aya. It's not a ceremony amuri kufungira imimi zvamuri kufungira imimi kuti kwanzi chii. Maruva aitokandwa maflower girl vanhu vatema. Tongo tumaruva tuma petals tukudiki noti anodhura. Anodhura ma petals. So takungoshandisa tushoma chikanda ende vanhu vakugeza mazuvano. Ma petals aikandwa during the time of a wedding. Masaga ne masaga. And then for them to get married, they needed the queen or the vanhu vakuru vavo vana sabhuku nana chief ndo vaigeza. So that the villagers, when they come to get married kuna sabhuku wavo vainua. And they vaiti cleanliness is next to godliness. Saka maflower girl aya aiuya omwaya kwete raisi man. Vaimwaya maruva pasi vachikanda maruva pasi, so that the bride can walk there, eat. The bride would step, and the flowers would kill the smell. And then munhu otsika pamaruva yaya bouquet, bride obata bouquet remaruva. It was just meant to kill the smell. Chete iminwana temana isokostina munogona kana tobata maruva efake munoza I cry, my people have perished because of knowledge. Muna munhu anda kunohaya maruva efake. Yes, enda kubhuti bridal boutique, bridal shop inohaisa maruva, bridal chakadaro kumani mashops anohaisa magauni aya. They've got fake boutiques emaruva aya efake here. Anything murungu umpe folk boutique ona zvaanokuita. There's a reason why they use live flowers, because they are fresh. Iwewe wakabata fake boutique, what is the reason? Why was the reason in Cardi B's voice? What was the reason? Anything. Auntie, mom, then 10 years I follow you. More than 10 years I follow you. Thank you. That's a loyal follow. You just copy and paste and replicate the colonizer. Even are fake. I also said the significance of flowers on a white wedding. Fake bouquet. Can you see how much of a puppet you are? But you are not ready for that conversation. Those ones into kushora. Anzi unotenga zvino endrana nekeshis tisizo apana. Now you've got all the excuses for everything, but look at the origins of the thing that you're practicing first. Also, any excuses are. Bye. Food for thought. I'm going to go more side team Instagram family, but you blocked me on WhatsApp. You must have said something. Remember WhatsApp and go to one admin. But what am I admin? I've got people on to WhatsApp. Hi, Ndasvigwa, how are you? And then he sends his dick. Apedza zvake mwana munjanja. Hanzi ndo zvandaitaurawo kuti ndodawo blue wedding. Hanzi ko wine yangu. I owe you wine. Hit me up ku DM. Tutane zvenye wine. MC Makeup, what's up? How are you, darling? I hope you're good. See my face, I don't have makeup. I need makeup. Please, when are you coming back to Josie? And the sotisaita until we should not do white weddings. I'm saying you need to know why you are doing the white wedding, where it's coming from, what it symbolizes. After you know that, you choose. That's what I'm saying. And you find this type of education in class, it's not Zuva's name, Appa. Mounts are like, sorry, no one's darling. Hands in a friend. You won't find this type of education in class. Zuva is not just a name. Upper mounts are light. Thank you. Thank you, my dear. That's warming. That's what I'm going to live on Facebook. I'm going to attack Washakanaka. And the dog is a church. I will lose followers. Oh. I wrote to 1 million in the pack up aside. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. And then I'm not saying don't have white weddings. I'm just saying don't prioritize them too much. Especially when you don't know where it's coming from and what it's doing to you and what mindset. Anything that makes you look like the oppressor. Anything that is taken or adopted from the colonizer. think twice, have an option. Now that you know, you then choose, do you go ahead with it or you don't? Either way, we will support and respect you. Tinouya kumchatatireki. Iwe Zuva siyana nevanhu vemabhachi. Kana usina kupuwa bhachi dzvuku, the blood of Jesus. Bhachi dzvuku wadii zvemaiverwadzana. Hanzi wakuda kutanga violence Sunday apa vabvisa chegumi. No, I would just say, guys, this is your options. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then when people choose, we have to respect what they choose. Okay? K goes, K goes, K goes, time for K goes, time for K goes, K goes, K goes, K goes. K goes, K goes, K goes, hazards, K goes. Muskana kangwaranta my hazards. Okay. 29, 28, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 11, 10, 9, 8, come on, 7, 6, you're almost there, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yay! Thank you for exercising your Stonian muscles. If you can't gym your body, at least gym your Stonian. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Makorokota chichi.
Hey. Way.
Ndamkati iti tambire
Kadimba.
Utake, masha style iyo kayo.
Guys, my cutest car. That's what I said. My cutest car. Result of Yoni steaming, guys. Results, guys. Results. And to me, my testimonials.
I am a testimonial.
You don't need any screenshots.
No screenshots. Screenshots is gunshot.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you so much. Hey, Changachaya, Jonas Kasamba Mukati Merima, Papa Vijach in South Africa, alongside the most beautiful lady,
Zuva. Penya kunge Zuva.
No, so you Cape Town to Sunday 17. Yes, oh, good hoop.
Vanenge varipona vapenya vachitaima vachikonzeresa pastage. Last time makawana ari muJameson, now they'll be in Cape Town Sunday. Be there or be square, honey.
Alongside the most celebrated player in South Africa, Willard Kasandi. We'll be there flying all the way.
That's right. Yes.
See you guys.
See you, man.
You think ndichingokupa mari? Inini handidi murume anotamba nevanhu vane mari achitwa chirana. The only way I would allow my men to hang out with people with more money than him is he's getting inspiration. He's likening himself, he's broadening his mind and all that. So if you have a friend ane mari, kana muna dhara renyu dhara usabvume kunotengeswa maisi. Inontenga zvanzaiwa mudhara tumaiwa mwanhu ndine nyaya ndebusiness proposal ndoda kutaura. Because varume vanoziva pavanonyengererwa. If a man can send you to go and buy ice, chero kaine business proposal yako atoona kuti level of self esteem yako ka yabvuma kuitiswa. Ende vana kuitisa zvemashu avarege. Ukata murume ane munhu izvezvi I'm speaking to you right now. Ukata murume ane friend ine mari. Or investigate that relationship. unogona kufara uchiendai munotamba naBlas dibra wati kwenyu koko wonzwa kuti murume ndiari kunosvika unodhoropa mahure achidzoka imuchiti no, I refuse. You can't be a runner yemunhu ane mari yebinga. There's a chance that mbinga yarogona kudyira mukadzi. Kana neshamwari mbinga, the only conversations you must have with those people is money business. Wakambosangana pavarume vane mari. Kana even vanhu vane mari. Wakamboteerera ma-conversation avo vanhu vane mari. If you are hanging around with a person who has money and they don't have business discussions with you, leave that businessman. Ari kuda kuti unodropa stoko yake. Ari kungoda mabusiness makamboona. Ese matarise ese. Rari zimbinga rakada so riri kudriva simasarati kana zirange rover kana zichichi. Anongori nechimwe chimukomana chaanongori nacho. So we all know those businessmen. If you see them, aneka rana. Rana rori murume mukuru ane vana. Budi rana. Ma conversation amunoita na Boswell. If it's not the same conversations that he does with his friends, you are in the wrong group. Run away from that man. Variko vari manosenzesa vanhu. Ndakazviona inini. Mbinga dzese. Haende panzvimbo asina bhozi rake. Yes, bhozi rake rokutsigira ka. But pane one anenge achingoitiswa. Yanogesa mota. But ndiye nanopuwa kadhi. Anotofara kuti ndopuwa kadhi kunobhadhara bill. Apo murume wako ari kuitiswa sezvo zvezvo. Inini handidi kunyepera ndikangoti murume wangu akangotamba nemurume ane mari kukunda iye. Kana vasingadiscusse mari. Kwete mari yokunzi akunodropa kumbongonzi $100. Aiwa, not that one. If that businessman is not empowering you, you're probably a runner. You just don't know it. Maybe Blas vako vari kutotasha. Iwo hausi kuzviziva. Uri kuti Blas vangu. Uchingoti hapane something chichadona. Hapane something. Kutumwa kunoita dhiri kana kutumwa kunobhadhara mari. Harisi dhiri iroro. Uri rana. So don't say kuti ndindotumwa unobhadhara chichi madhiri ake chi andonituma ndindo manyane mari. That's a job. When real rich people come together. So have you ever had moments where, say, you're taking a bath or you're minding your own business, just doing things, and all of a sudden your problems just assemble? They just come, they just, hi, how are you? And they take seats, and it's like a rush, an overwhelming storm of your problems all in the same moment. And you didn't even invite them. They just show up. And it's so overwhelming to the part where I know most people my age would think of, what if I just end it all? What if I just kill myself? What if I just go away and drink a pill and lie down and just end it all, I know 99% of us have had those thoughts. And I'm here to tell you that, listen, we all have those thoughts. Don't kick yourself up. You're not the only one. It's not really about what you think. Just because you're thinking of it doesn't mean that it must happen. It's about what you do with the thought when it comes. Sometimes
you want to end it all, but here's what you can do. Out of all those 99 problems, there must be one thing that you find that's worth living for. There's that one thing that can never go wrong. You are grateful for it. If that thing shows up or it happens, all your problems will be solved. So I need you to write down that particular thing, put it on your dashboard, put it on your mirror, your bathroom mirror, put it in your wallet, your wallet where you keep your children's pictures and stuff. Put it somewhere where you're going to read it. Put it where your money stays. You touch your money every day. And read it every single day. That will keep you going. Okay? There is no book or manual to handle life these days. It's crazy with these COVID things. And a lot of us make this mistake of wanting to appear like these big, strong Amazonian queens. We act strong, we dress strong, we translate strong, we appear strong, and we are so hung up on wanting to appear to society as these people with their things together, like Munakaronkeka and everything is fine, and you don't want to fumura your hapwas and stuff. It's that pandemic, it's that thing that makes us drown. That thing yekuda kubuda as if we are good, we are strong, everything is correct, and we want to project our fears on other people, but deep down inside we need help. So stop acting strong. That's the number one thing. This face of I'm strong and I can do anything in my life. I've tried it. As Black people, we have this thing here, kuti counseling or mental health does not exist. Unopenga or but counseling is one of the best things that I've ever tried as a Black person. I've got this thing here. I don't do counseling. I don't believe in what. I don't believe in that. But honey, just talking to someone about your problems is half solved. There is something about telling someone about your issues inside where you don't appear so strong and fierce and fabulous, where you're just yourself and offload. Those I want to kill myself thoughts will go away because you have no idea the power of counseling. Call me, call someone, I don't know, do something. But the first thing you need to do, out of all the problems, write down the one thing that you can actually live for. Read it every day. Put it in your wallet. Write it on your thighs. Make it a screenshot, your home page, your screensaver, something. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You'll be fine. You're not the only one going through this. Okay? Just hold on. You'll be all right. One day at a time. Thank you. Kana usipo andirare fume mangwana mazizongwerere. Kana usipo andije apedza upu ndiani. Ndiani ane rudo gwechokwadi pasi pano haiwa kuvaraidzana kutandadzana chete. Ndiani pangava pamuchato chaipo zvikomba ndo zvinotanga kusvika makorokoto risati ravira vachonyana. Pangava panamo chaipo zvikomba ndo zvinotanga kusvika namatambudziko nedzoi risati ravira vachonyana. Ndiani ane rudo gwechokwadi pasi pano haiwa kuvaraidzana kutandadzana chete. Ndiani ukagwara neni ndogwara, ukafa neni ndofawo. Vangani vakafigwa nevavaidanana navo nhasi dziri dzese. Ndiani ane rudo gwechokwadi pasi pano haiwa kuvaraidzana kutandadzana chete. Ndiani
ndati zvandiri kuswera ndichidai mumagadheni ndichipenga ndichiningikira vana venyu. Ndindakauraya mwana wabenyu here inini kuti ndidai? Munondiziva zvakanaka. Ndinonzi chihehehei ini ndiri chihera munochiitire vana ivavo ha munochiitire izvo zvizvi imi baba imi imi baba imi